What's up, guys? We are out on the lake today and we're going to be trying to target some early fall bass. The water temperature has dropped quite a bit since the last time I've been here, about 6-7 degrees. So hopefully the bass will be more willing to feed. It's been getting in the lows. It's still pretty early fall. I wouldn't have even said it was fall until like a couple weeks ago, but it's definitely started to cool off some. And this month is going to be awesome. I always love fishing in September and into October and November and through the winter, so pretty excited. The fishing's pretty fun. You can catch some really nice bass if you know what you're doing. So we're gonna try to see if we can catch some today. I just hope I can catch one with some decent size. Might have to switch to something a little bit more weedless. I'll come through the grass better. This football jig isn't really cutting it too well. And there's not really too many deep sections along this. A lot of it's shallow. I mean, there is some deeper-ish parts, but nothing super crazy. Oh, there we go, guys. There's a good one. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. First fish of the day. Well, guys, first little largie here. Not too bad. Caught him whenever I was throwing that wacky rig up under that dock, and he just smoked it. I felt him take it, and I thought he was a little bit bigger, but nice little fish to start off the day with, that's for sure. So he was hooked a little weird, but he'll be fine. He's not bleeding or anything. But we're just gonna send him on his way and hopefully get a bigger one. Thanks, little buddy. That was strange. I've only been here for about 20 minutes or so. It's about 3 o'clock. I already caught a fish. Not too bad. That was I'd say probably about 12-13 inches maybe. So that would have technically been a keeper. So not too bad. I was thinking about switching to the Kayak on like a jig head since they are kind of suspended. But then I was like, you know what? Let me try the wacky for a little bit. I always have pretty good luck on the wacky here. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's give it a shot. And turns out that's what that bass wanted. So who knows, maybe we can get a second one out of this spot. A bit crazy. Probably not, but if we did, that would be awesome. I think there might be a storm about to come through. Heard a little bit of thunder. Hopefully I don't get stuck out here again in the rain. They weren't calling for rain today, and I checked it right before I left, so it is pretty dark and ominous. They did say it was supposed to be cloudy, but they didn't say anything about rain. I guess we'll see if we get wet or not. Said there was supposed to be some slight wind, so I think it's supposed to be like a high of like 82 today. The water temperature right now is 79 degrees. So hopefully as the day goes on, the water temperature will drop just a little bit, so these fish will be a little bit more active. I mean, hopefully they're active now, especially with catching that one, but you never know. So they might be under docks or relating to wood. We're just gonna kind of have to see, and we'll just throw this wacky rig some more. And then if I don't catch another fish, then I'll switch it up. I was getting bit on the jig pretty good earlier. At least I'm pretty sure they were bites. They definitely felt really good. I had to take the camera off the front because it's no longer waterproof. So while you're not seeing it right now, I'll just kind of have to see if it actually does come in or not. But at least we're seeing fish. It definitely seemed like they're relating more to docks than anything. So maybe that's the trick. It doesn't really make any sense, especially with it being cloudy. They should be roaming, but all the fish that I've seen have been near docks. I keep having little bass chase my jigs and my wacky. I don't know why. I mean, at least I know I'm throwing the right thing to get bit. It's kind of strange. I'm trying to find that bigger fish. Last time I came here, I didn't really catch any with any size. I mean, I caught fish, but nothing with size. That's why I'm throwing the jig, just to hopefully get some with some size. I'm also throwing the wacky around docks. Maybe that'll entice one. There we go. I hope that's a good one. Oh, I saw him swim my line. This might be a pretty decent one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. There we go, guys. That's more kind of like it. Number 2 for the day. Look at that jig in its mouth right there. Woo-wee! He took that. All right, guys. There we go. Second fish of the day. Not too bad. Saw my line swimming. I knew I had to set the hook, but not too bad of a fish. He absolutely hammered it. I'd say he's probably like a couple pounds. He definitely felt a lot bigger whenever I was fighting him, but it's probably because of how I had him hooked. But yeah, nice fish regardless. So hopefully they're getting active. There's one last look at the guy. And then we're gonna send him on his way. Thanks, buddy. Nice. He absolutely destroyed my soft plastic there. He hit pretty good. As soon as I saw him running with it, I was like, oh, there it is. Took one of my legs, but not too shabby. That was actually a pretty nice fish. Definitely an upgrade from the last time I came. I didn't catch any nearly that big, but it's a start. So if we can catch like a couple more, I'd be pretty happy. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. I'll try to cut it out as much as I can whenever I'm editing the video. But that fish was pretty deep. It was probably, I'd say, I'm not sure, maybe about 16 feet. He's definitely a little deeper than I thought he would be. But I keep seeing him blow up on top water. I have the Z-Man Hellraiser tied on. I am like bound and determined to get a fish on that. I will eventually, because it has such good action once you can figure out the cadence with it. It looks amazing. But one on the jig and one on the wacky rig isn't too bad. Now, if we can catch one more, I'll be pretty happy. But if we can catch our limit, that'd be even better. I'm just happy I actually caught another one. It's been a struggle, that's for sure. We got a decent amount left to fish. So, who knows? Normally the later it gets, the better the bite gets. So, bite should hopefully be picking up right about now. But we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. You can definitely feel the temperature drop. And the water temperature's dropped like 2 or 3 degrees since I got here. So, maybe the bass are more willing to feed. Just been fishing the jig where I think they would be sitting at. Pretty much anywhere where I haven't been fishing the wacky rig also. I haven't really been using the jig around docks. I mainly just used it to fish it slowly across the bottom. Try to see if something will take it. So I know there's still some fish glued to the bottom. There always is, it feels like. The bass were more suspended whenever I got here originally, but now it definitely does seem like the majority of them are hugging the bottom, so maybe the jig is exactly what we need, especially to get a bigger bite. Normally the jig does pretty well with that, at least to get a little bigger than average. Bite's kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't see him blowing up on bait fish as much. I mean, I still see him on the fish finder, so hopefully we'll be able to get into them. I don't know, I guess we'll just kind of have to see. These fish can be very finicky, so I'm kind of hoping that this jig will catch them. But who knows? Oh yeah, that was a fish. Yeah, that was definitely a fish. What just happened? Huh. That is strange. I mean, that was definitely a fish. I mean, I felt it hit it, but by the time I went to go set the hook, it just wasn't there. Yep, see? Like, took my tail and everything. Just did a quick little munch. I'm just gonna hope that that was a panfish. But if it comes and bites me again, I'd be pretty happy. But I'm mainly just gonna pretend that was a panfish. I keep getting bit like crazy, but I just cannot land another one since I caught that one on the jig. Who knows, they might be stacked up right here. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a decent one. Is that a smallie? Oh, there we go. Whew. Looks like a smallmouth. That would be a smallmouth. Not too shabby. He took that jig. Not too shabby. That is a pretty little smallie. I'd say it's probably like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, but he smoked that. It's my first smallie out of here, actually. So hopefully one of many, but not too bad, not too bad. That is a good fish. I'm happy with that. If I could catch some more, that'd just be icing on the cake, especially that first smallie, but we're just gonna send him on his way. Thanks, bud. This tells you how hard that smallmouth just slammed that. I mean, look at how hard he split that. That is nuts. Still can't believe I just caught that fish. That's amazing. Who knows, maybe there's some more smallies stacked up over there. There has to be some reason why they're stacked up there. Maybe they're feeding on bait fish. Maybe I just cast it at the right place at the right time and got a reaction bite out of both of those. But those are pretty much like back-to-back casts. It was definitely a pleasant surprise catching that smallie. I've never caught a smallie out of here. I've heard that there's some good ones in here, so pretty happy with that. Let's see if there's another one over there. And to smoke me on the jig too. That was a good fish too. Probably got about 20 or 30 minutes left to fish. So we're gonna try to make the most of it. Try to see if maybe we can catch one more. But we'll just have to see. I definitely can't complain. That was a lot better than the last time I came out here. So that was a pretty shallow smallie too. I don't think I actually undid the legs on that one. Or maybe I did. I'll have to go back and look at the footage. Who knows, maybe there's some more stacked up right here. I'll probably do like 2 or 3 more casts just to kind of see what's hanging out here. I love getting on a good jig bite. And I mean, they've been hitting my jig. They just haven't fully been committing, but that one committed. That's all that matters. And that's why you throw a jig. Honestly, I really do like bottom fishing a lot. Especially with like a jig or a Ned rig. Those are probably my 2 go-to bottom baits. I also like the shaky head. Oh yeah, there we go. Got one. I don't know how good it is. Feels pretty decent. Oh, that was a little largy. That's rough. Came off right at the boat. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that because I didn't have my back camera or front camera on, but that's okay. He wasn't big. Probably be my last cast. It's after sunset. Let's throw it to where we just missed that one. Who knows? Maybe we'll get one right here at the end. That'd be something. Probably won't happen, but you know, never hurts to dream a little bit. But I had a fun day regardless. I love coming out here. And there's some nice bass in here, and I'm gonna figure out this lake. I think I'm gonna start paddling back. So I will see you guys here at the house.
Well guys, we didn't catch the size that we were wanting, but we still caught fish, which is good. I will definitely be going back here pretty soon. That lake can be pretty difficult to fish sometimes, but I'm still learning it. I've only been there a couple times, so I will go back here at least one time before the fall. If you enjoyed today's video and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. We're on the way to 5K subs by the end of the year, and it would mean a lot if you join the community. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'll have it linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.